Because mentally ill, for one thing, which is a key part of this case, their constitutional rights were taken away by the Portland Business Alliance, and I know this for a fact. By the sit and lie law that my friend overturned in federal court, and that is what the rabbi represented himself as representing at the first time that everybody introduced himself in the co-op. So if he's in a meeting privately that we don't know what's being discussed, it's a show of total disrespect of the Constitution as well as all our efforts here. And we've got so many problems that we have to solve and start reducing this harm as quickly as we can.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order.
Sure.
Were there no minutes taken at that meeting?
It's a secret meeting.
Oh.
It was not, hold it. I can tell you it was not a public meeting. It was a meeting intended to discuss problems, and the AMA was there as a part of that whole meeting.
Was the neo-Nazi?
They are supposed to be representative of the community and they have standing. Okay?
Problems defined. What kind of problems?
Mostly institutional barriers. The things that are in the way of being able to have an effective co-op.
That would be the chair.
A self-assessed.
That's the problem.
More about...
And also Rosenbaum and Watcon LLP. Those three things are the issues. The chair, Rosenbaum and Watcon.
And so, simply stated, I mean, I would think...
I was trying to respond to it.
But I would think there would be some other people you might want to have there express... You made a decision as to who would come. You told us that just a second ago.
Yes, I did.
And that's representative of the attitude about the co-op not really being heard.
You know, Tom, there was another way to handle this. And I invited you three times. And
Are you in charge? You're not the chair. She's the chair.
There was another way to handle me going a couple minutes over without being arrested.
There was a whole way to handle that meeting the other day.
Yeah.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think what he's trying to say is that, you know, transparency isn't just saying this is what we decided. It's also, like, the biggest part is actually knowing the deliberative process and what they consider. Because I think even if people aren't always happy with the outcome, if they see that, you know, you really did think about this and you really did say, can we do this or not? Like that, I think, yeah, how you got to the decision is just as much of the transparency process as the actual decision of things. So.
What's institutional barriers?
you want me to answer the question?
Yes, please.
Next,
Let me answer the question.
No.
Before this all goes away, I've been sitting here trying to understand how we might relate Lisa's story, Lisa's experience to things like policy and things like data. And it comes to me that we could at least ask ourselves a question when we look at changes here. We could say, what impact would this have, or would it have had, the changes that we're proposing? What impact would it have had on Lisa's story? Right? And maybe none. I mean, not everything is going to relate to that, right? But at least we could ask ourselves, how would her experience have been different? And for instance, perhaps on data, we might ask Lisa's attorney, what kinds of data would have been helpful to support your case? So, you know, that, and then we start relating our policy work, which is kind of nebulous, to a real case history.
Am I going to have any time?
Go ahead. That you, me?
Mary Ann.
I just wanted to apologize for not personally inviting any of you to come with me when I requested the presence of Judge Simon or Mary Ostad and invited a return to court so we can solve these problems, because I wasn't trying to have a secret meeting outside of your participation in the co-op or COCO. I just was legitimately very, very concerned, so much so that I came in from Astoria, 100 miles away, and it's very disruptive. I'm very worried about my kombucha mushrooms.
Do we have time for the issue? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
It was nice sitting next to you.
You were
after all.
gorgeous.
So,
Straight or gay? Do you
I've,
know,
I've been working with some of the film
Both?
concerned people and some people from
Have a good
I'm over you.
from the community to develop policy around filming the police. And so I just wanted to get your guys' input about a couple of these. And some of it mirrors the
Forgive me,
Austin
Sean.
Police Department.
Forgive me.
So to recommend policy, or, yeah, policy added to the current manual. So something like the PPB department recognizes that members of the general public have a First Amendment right to video record, photograph, and/or audio record PPB officers while they're conducting official business or while acting in an official capacity in any public space unless such recordings interfere with police activity. Is that something that you guys want to talk about now? Tom, what's your feeling on this? Should I do that?
I have a point.
Rochelle?
Are you